This is one of the sponge mushrooms, and if we can see underneath here, it seems to be, I don't know, no, that's white, that's perhaps some black on it, but if it doesn't have any black, it's eatable. This is the other mushroom, and as you can see, this black, it's still eatable, but you need to make sure that you cook it really well. If it's all just brownish, beige, then you can eat it safely. And as you can see underneath here, it has the sponge texture. We also have a mushroom here, but since this is very similar to the ones growing here, I am not sure which one of these are actually edible. So some of these are very difficult to, like, you have to be really good to distinguish between them. That's why I don't eat mushrooms like that. Oh, I tried to Google it, but I couldn't figure out if it's eatable or not. It didn't like, oh, this is eatable, so I'm not even gonna try. But it's nice mushroom to look at. This one has already fallen over, so it's easy to see just the sponginess underneath here. And then you can see it's pretty, but it still has these black ones, and the black ones means that this one you need to heat it up quite a bit before you eat it. And these are highly, like, they get so much larvae in them, so you need to take them while they are pretty young and fresh. And then of course we have the famous red and white mushroom, and this one is highly recommended by slugs, but I wouldn't eat it. And then next to it we have another mushroom, and again the black on the there says that this one needs to be heated before you eat it, and it needs to be heated for a long amount of time, but it is eatable if you heat it first. This is the neighbor's parking lot, but this is where I found my eatable mushrooms. So you had one that when it grows, it opens and it comes all this smoke out. When they're white, they're really good to eat before they get, yeah, you have it here. So before they get all smoky, while they're just young, they are really tasty, and you cannot go wrong with this one. It's notable. This, like this shape. You also get them like completely round, so they don't have this one, they just have the roots here, and you can eat all types of them. So that's one of the safe mushrooms. And then here we had another safe mushroom. It looked like one of the light ones that I showed you in the forest, but it's not. And then so this one grew somewhere here, and it was been ripped up by some birds, so there was a little bit there, but I already ate all of them. And this one, that's something completely different again. So, you know, these are the places they kind of like wet, mossy places, but it's just the weather is a little bit crazy. And then in here you see we are under a pine tree or Christmas tree or spruce or whatever it's called. This is also a place where you can find a lot of mushrooms, so you find these ones. So I thought it was one of these. Look at it, it's beautiful. Get that orange, but then I think it goes greenish, but that was beautiful color. Wow, I didn't know. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. I wonder, is this the same? Yes. I'm not sure what kind of type that is. And then what do we have here? That's, look at that. That's a beautiful mushroom. I have another here, that's why I took this one. Man, that's beautiful. I don't know if you can eat it or not. That's why I don't take that chances on things I'm not 100% sure about. But yeah, so here, around here somewhere, I found one of the sponge mushrooms that are safe to eat, because they grow in places like these, like under trees, in lawns. You can find different mushrooms, like the button mushrooms, the smoky button mushrooms, and that's how far I needed to go to pick it. See here, I can't see anything there, but if we walk up here, I saw something here, and as you can see, it's popular with the snails. So this is one of these and sponges, but this is standing so long, I think it's full of maggots, so I'm not gonna try to eat it, and I'd rather have it spreading. And then we have, what do we have here? That's another type of mushroom that I don't know what is. And if you don't know what it is, and even Google or AI aren't always knowledgeable, so I'm hoping this area will spread and like have a lot of mushrooms later on. You see there's some coming up here, but yeah, I want to have chanterelles, and then I want to have the ones with the like the pokey stuff underneath, and then I want the button mushrooms, but I can have those. I think they would thrive a little bit more up in the garden. And as you can see here, that looks like potato plants, but I cannot remember that we pulled any potatoes down here, so yeah. I don't think I can see any more mushrooms right now, but hopefully this will grow in and there will be mushrooms there next year. I don't know. And here we also have some type of mushroom that grows like on the tree. I'm not sure if this, they say these are edible, but like I don't know enough, so I'm not gonna try to eat that. But this has been an old tree stump, as you can see here, and it grows out of the tree, so I'm not sure. Lion's mane and stuff like that grows on old trees like this. I don't think we have lion's mane in Norway, so yeah. I find it weird that there are so little mushrooms growing. I would see this forest floor as perfect for chanterelles. So I would think like chanterelles would be growing in crazy in this type of forest. So either they are eaten, or it's because we had the really dry spring, and then we had another dry spell in the end of summer. That's just, it was like everything just dried up completely. So I guess that's it. So the only thing we see here is some non-eatable mushrooms. So you can probably eat them, but I wouldn't dare, because if you do, you might get you might get sick. I forgot to bring, I was hoping I would find some rhizomes in where I have chanterelles in the other place, but they didn't come there either. So I am kind of like, what should I do now? Should I just bring some dirt and hope that there is rhizomes in it, or should I wait until I see like rhizomes in the dirt and then take it here and put it somewhere that I could pick it? Because as you can see, there are hardly any mushrooms, and especially edible mushrooms in this area. It's just leaf and some I don't want to eat. Yeah, this would be the perfect area for chanterelles to grow. But there are none. So I don't know if I'm gonna if I should go back and see later on to bring some mushrooms, or if I should just hope that next year is gonna be better. And we are watching gardening programs on TV, so we're like, oh, maybe we should change to a house instead of living in a small cabin, just to have enough space for everything and not have to, yeah, you know, deal with whatever we're dealing now. Now we have water, but we didn't have enough water in spring and then later in summer, and we had so many fresh plants that needed water. But I think I'm gonna try to get this one. I think this is a red berry plant, so bringing that into the garden, and then we can hopefully get some fruit on that next year, because buying them are way more expensive than just using what we got. We planted it here, but I'm worried because I only got one little like sucker root, so but hopefully it will thrive better here. The sun comes here, goes around here. Now in the winter it's almost just here before it leaves, but in summer it's around all of here and then goes down over there. So hopefully it will survive the winter, and then I think in the spring we might cut off some of them and just have one standing up to support that one root. But right now we're gonna leave it so it can use the leaves to produce sugar to take down to the roots to store for next year, hopefully.